11:59 p.m. I finally got everything you saw there in the performance deloaded, packed up, and on my way. That's the hardest part. All this stuff to take in the car, take anywhere, unload it, set it. Hold on a second. So, and then, yeah, I was just, if you watch the live stream, I even forgot to turn off the live stream. So I'm just trying to chat. You know, most people got out of there, hightailed it out of there, some even early, but there's a couple of stragglers, and I enjoyed talking with them. I just want to get their feedback on what they thought. And then it dawned on me when I asked Sam, I said, wait a minute, I still got the live stream going, so whoever watched all of it probably heard some of that at the very end. My overall opinion about the show is I feel that it was a success, but doggone it, man, it is hard to do a first show, brand new, nobody knows anything about what you're doing really, even though you try to tell them, and then sell tickets for it. I mean, I don't recommend that for anybody out there. Yeah, that's tough. This is what we did tonight. This venue would be much better in 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. When we've already done, maybe we got I don't know, a good 10 shows under our belt. People like what we're doing and they want to come out and see it, something like that. I think there we could end up having a much bigger following, and it would take some of the stress off, or maybe I could have more money to hire people to help me out. Anyway, so that's my opinion about it. So if you're looking at this thinking, oh, I'll just go do that, no, it's much better if you can somehow get it going at a pace that a place that will actually pay you, and you don't have to worry about tickets. So if you didn't know, this venue, of course, we had to pay for it, insurance, and then it was up to me to get the word out for tickets and stuff like that all around town, in person, also online. The time consuming part of it was the in-person part, driving to the chamber, driving to different retirement homes, not nursing homes, but these are like, you know, up-to-date retirement centers, calling people. It's very time consuming, but anyway, that's just the way it is. I did feel that all the stuff that I had to do to get the show going detracted from my practice. I tried to do as much practicing as I could, but many nights I would wind up thinking, crap, I only practiced an hour for the whole day. I just couldn't get it in because everything was more of a priority. Because, you know, if you think about it, what's the point of practicing if, you know, no one's going to know about it, no one's going to see it, and that you're able to see. So anyway, that was one small negative. I didn't have to do all the stuff, and I could just practice and try to get my sound better and my accuracy a little bit better. But that's just how what they call that? Don't cry over spilled milk. So that's just the way it is. It's kind of like that. Anyway, I know the lighting here is not that good. I'm just driving back. I know some people are interested maybe on what my thoughts are. My thoughts are, I think it was an overall it's a success. I mean, I went through Doc's hardest material that he performed live. Now, I'm not talking about the stuff in the studio. He did some stuff that was harder, but of course there you can take your time and go back and do cut, you know, after cut, and do it again and another take, and then, you know, it's different and you don't have the pressure. But the stuff that he did live, his hardest stuff, I did that tonight, and I did a lot of it. And I feel like it was a success. I still have it. I still have the ability to get out there and play stuff like this. It just would be so much easier if I could just work on my playing and not have to work on all this other stuff. That would be just a godsend. But anyway, so for us to be able to get it to the schools, boy, we sure have to have several more performances. We need to actually make some money so that when we go to the schools, you know, obviously they're not going to pay us. You know, so we have a lot of work cut out to be able to, you know, my end result of all this is to take it into the schools, and especially inner city, maybe some far out rural schools where they just don't have the opportunity to hear stuff like that, and they never even heard music like this. Maybe they've only heard, you know, violent rap or far out country twang, and they haven't heard stuff like this. So that's the overall goal of all this. But I think Doc Severinsen's on the same time as I am. So he still has 2 hours. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Doc Severinsen turned 98 today, something that all of us likely won't see. I don't know if I'll be at the seat at 98. I don't even know if I want to. we all have to check out sometime and finish our book. But man, he's 98 years old. He's got 2 more hours left in his birthday. I did reach out to his girlfriend, Kathy Leach. I reached out to his granddaughter, or maybe, I believe it was granddaughter. Her name's Blair Reinhardt, I believe. And reached out to the town that he lives in, Maryville, and sent a couple different emails and different things. And you know, they didn't respond. So I'm not really sure what the reason for that is. They didn't respond. I don't know if they thought, well, we don't know who this Kurt Thompson is, and maybe he's not going to be able to do a good job, and he's going to embarrass Doc, so we're just not going to respond to him. I'm not really sure what the real reason is, or maybe they're thinking, you know, how could anybody think that they could play any of Doc's stuff? Nobody can do that. So it's hard to know what they're thinking, but I did reach out more than once. In fact, on his granddaughter's phone, I actually left a voicemail. So I know that they got communication from me, but never heard a peep back from any of them. I found that to be a little bit disappointing. I think if you scrounge the internet and look for any live musical tribute for Doc, you're not going to find it. You're only going to find the one we did tonight. So it just seems like somebody in his family, maybe he's not doing too good and he can't really communicate. So, but it just seems like somebody in the family might have reached out and said, well, if you think you can do it, Kurt, go for it. But nobody reached out, so I don't know what's up with that. They don't know me, and I don't know them. You know, we're not friends, obviously. But yet, I know they've got my communication. That I know, and just it was a little disappointing. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know the reason for that. But anyway, I've been over backwards and just about killed myself for this tribute for Johnny, Ed, and Doc. And I'm happy with what happened. Even my playing, you know, I'm playing the hardest trumpet stuff on the planet tonight. Yeah, I did miss a few notes here and there, and there's little intonation things. I think that could be rounded out with me just having the freedom to practice and not have to spend 80% of my time on this other stuff. But at some point that might change, but maybe that might not change for the next couple of performances. Maybe it's going to be the same old, same old. I'm going to have to do all this behind the scenes work, and maybe that's just that's the destiny for right now, and which means my playing won't always be the best. I mean, this is very laborious stuff. I mean, it was, what was it? The show ended at 8:30. You know, I kind of talked to people up until about 9, and I'm leaving right now. So an hour bending over and breaking down all the stuff, and man, and I already have neck and back issues. Probably even hurt myself by doing that. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, you're not seeing the best clarity here, but I am making this live in real time. I think people do like to watch things that happen in real time. So it is real time now. It's a little bit after 10 p.m. Central Time. Still Doc Severinsen's birthday, July 7th, 2025. He turned 98. It's in real time. I'm getting close to home, and I can tell you one thing, man, I don't want to unload his car. I think I'm going to just take my horn out, and I'm going to leave everything you saw on the live stream. And for you people that saw the live show, everything that you saw there is in my car. I'm just going to leave it. I don't think I have. I'm already feeling the pain, so I'd get my axe out, my horn, and change and just try to relax. No, I'm not going to practice anymore tonight. I almost thought about doing a warm down. You know what I'm going to say? Screw it. My lips probably need about 20 minutes of nice, easy, you know, pianissimo pedal tones and notes right below the stab. No, I'm not going to do it. Sorry, lips. Not going to do it. I can make it up tomorrow a little bit. So anyway, guys, if you came to the live show, I want to thank you. I know that you were kind of making a risk because, of course, you didn't know what this is really all about. It's never been done before. And I'm sure there's I've already ran into some trolls and haters that just believe that there's no way I could pull it off. So, of course, they didn't come. And then we have a lot of people join us by face. All right, I'm back in my driveway face. All right, I'm back in my driveway. You can actually see my face now. Got the light on me. It cut out because I believe it just it went from my mobile data to now I'm back home. I'm in my Wi-Fi zone, so that's, and then I also got the light shining on from the driveway area. So anyway, guys, thank you again for your support, and for those of you who gave until it hurt for our last fundraiser, and you know who you are. I've already thanked you many times. I want to thank you again, because if it weren't for your generosity at the end of December of last year, everything that we just did would not have happened. And so you're making a difference in this world. I'm making a difference in this world. And the folks that gave generously to our cause last December, wow, you guys really made a difference. I mean, we got liftoff on this thing. Uh, I've ended up having to put up a lot of my own money because we ran out. So I'm broke as a joke, guys. You know, now, I mean, I just put so much money in this after the funds ran out. You know, we ended up with about 5,000 or something. We've gone way on past that for the expenses. So, but you only live once, and just try to do the best that you can in real time. Try to live in the present, and I believe that's what I'm doing. The money will come back in somehow, some way. And anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kurt Thompson here. It was a pleasure. If Doc Severinsen ever sees what we did tonight, I hope that he gets a little tickle out of it. I felt, as far as my trumpet playing, I kind of felt like I held my own. No, it wasn't as good as his, but I feel like it was up there. I feel like, you know, again, if I could just spend some more time on my horn and not have to worry about all this other stuff, and to do this other stuff, I think I can get up there. I think I can make some people proud as far as how my playing is going. So happy birthday, Dr. Severinsen. It's still July 7th, 2025. You're 98. Wow, you're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. Just not too many people make it to 98. Congratulations, Doc. Everybody else, I'll see you later.